One of the main projects we're working on in the blockchain space is this project that you're on right now called Rlink. And when you look at something like Rlink going head to head with something like Zoom, our price point is much, much better for business people, for people who are doing presentations. I remember Zoom kept raising their prices. They continue to raise their prices, but I was paying over $300 a month for an enterprise account with Zoom. I was doing a lot of meetings. I had 3 different accounts, so we could do meetings at the same time. Me and a couple of our executives could use the same account and do meetings of up to like 1,000 people. This platform, price-wise, I save about $3,400 a year by using this platform versus Zoom. So price-wise, we were hammering them. And even on the lowest level platform, if you don't want Zoom to shut off on you, you got to pay. It's $13.99 a month. We are $9.99 a month, and if you pay annually, it's a little over $8, $8.40 and change. So price-wise, we smoke them. Convenience, I look at this platform as more of a conversion platform than just a straight presentation platform. Because if I want to share a website with somebody, I can share screen and go to a website, or I can build in, we have tools called widgets, where I can say, listen, I can take you to our widgets. And if you said, what about the pricing? I want to learn more about the pricing. I can actually set a page up to where you guys can scroll at your own pace and stay here in the meeting. I don't have to share screen. I don't have to take you outside of our meeting platform. Like right now, if you scroll, if you're on your phone, just use your finger and start scrolling. If you're on your computer, use your mouse and scroll down. Go check the annual price if you want to see, well, what's the monthly price? Monthly, it's $49.99 at the high level. And so I can bring people into call to actions. I can bring people, like if somebody says, well, I want to buy your real estate property, I can create call to actions where they can sign up and buy property, or they can buy a timeshare. They can do whatever I'm selling. We can create a call to action button that pops up and they can purchase. I can go into slideshows. I can certainly share screen and load up a PowerPoint, or I can preload the slides and go, hey, check this out. Just click, next slide. And I'm taking you guys through our slideshow. If somebody says, well, do you have a video about this? And they want to see a video. Normally with Zoom, I would have to share screen, change the audio setting from microphone to computer, hit play. It's usually a YouTube video, wait 5 seconds, skip the ad, and then we're watching the video that I want to watch. Here, I can preload and go right into a video.
Do you ever wish you played a
part? I don't have to change my audio settings. I can actually turn her down.
Got really big.
Turn this lady
like
down
Facebook,
and talk over
when it was a Harvard student directory. Amazon
if I
and
say,
Jeff
hey,
Bezos
this is a
ran
good
it.
part, I want to pause it, I pause it. If I say, hey, you know what, we're done with the video, I just finish the video. Like it's so easy and seamless. I don't have to worry about, I can't tell you how many times I would share a video on Zoom and I'd share it, I'd hit play, and then my phone would start blowing up with text messages. We can't hear, no one can hear the video. And I'm like, I can hear it because it's on my computer, but if it's through my microphone, nobody can hear anything. And I'm like, change audio setting. And then I can't tell you how many times I stop the video and I'm like, hey, so I hope you guys like the video. And people are like, we can't hear you, and I'm like, I got to change the audio setting back to microphone. Like, this is just way more convenient. Like, it's not even close. So price-wise, I'm hammering them. Convenience-wise, I'm hammering them. And then when it comes to technology, this is based in blockchain technology. And for those of you that are brand new to blockchain, I'm not going to get into blockchain tonight. I'll kind of open it up for some more Q&A and just kind of share my thoughts and kind of where things are at. I certainly, if somebody has a question and really wants to delve into blockchain, I'm happy to do that. But at the end of the day, to simplify what blockchain technology does, if you look at the internet as a way to share information real time all around the world, which this is a good example of using the internet to share information real time around the world. I would say it closed the distance gap. The world is a much smaller place because the internet exists. If the internet allows us to share information and makes the world smaller, it shrinks the distance gap. Blockchain allows us to share value around the world real time. and it would close what I would call the trust gap. And not to get too in depth into that, but a lot of people think about sharing value or sending value as money, fiat.
Do you ever wish you'd played a part in a tech revolution before it got really big? Like Facebook, when it was a Harvard student directory. Amazon, when Jeff Bezos ran it from his garage. Or ChatGPT, before it became the fastest adopted software in history. Well, you missed out on those three. But today, you have a chance to get in on a project that's about to change the way the world communicates forever, building on two of the largest technology trends in the world right now: video conferencing and blockchain. Have you ever asked yourself why huge video conferencing companies let you use their service for free? I mean, think about it. If you're not paying for the product, you are the product. That free video platform you're using is really in the business of big data collection. They collect your personal data, your contacts, even data you share during your calls. Then they use this to manipulate you through targeted ads and other means. In 2020, Zoom suffered a security breach where hackers stole data from over 500,000 accounts. Data was then sold on the dark web, leading to identity theft, password hijacking, and perhaps most disturbing, people being spied on during their video calls. With intrusions happening so often, it earned a nickname, Zoom bombing. But what's the alternative? Introducing Arlink. Arlink is the world's first video conferencing platform that isn't owned and operated by a company, but by a community. This is video conferencing for the people, by the people. Instead of being run by a company, Arlink runs on a community-driven blockchain built by people who care a lot about having unmatched security and privacy. A blockchain is a decentralized network of computers, each operated by a community member anywhere around the world. And because blockchains are designed so that nobody is at the top controlling it, decisions are made by community vote for the good of the people. This is why blockchain is now one of the fastest growing technologies on the planet. The World Economic Forum recently said blockchain could disrupt a staggering $867 trillion in traditional markets. And global investment giants, including BlackRock and Fidelity, are making huge moves in the space. Today, you have the opportunity to get involved and participate in blockchain with Arlink before it gains mass adoption. How exactly does Arlink work? Okay, imagine your Arlink account was a 10,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. With traditional video conferencing, you give all 10,000 pieces to one single entity and just hope they keep it safe and protected. In contrast, on a decentralized blockchain, each of your 10,000 puzzle pieces are broken up and stored across 10,000 different computers all around the world, each operated by an independent community member. A hacker would need to find, then break into the majority of those 10,000 computers, all at the same time. Totally impossible. And because Arlink is community-driven, it's also community rewarded. This is the most exciting thing about blockchain. Every time you use Arlink, you'll earn digital rewards from the Rally blockchain. Every time you invite someone else to use Arlink, you'll earn even more digital rewards. You can use these rewards to pay for premium services on the Arlink platform. But just like Marriott Points or Sky Miles, these digital rewards can also be traded for items inside a marketplace. And while the Arlink marketplace is still on the future roadmap, once completed, it will offer items the Rally community decides to trade for the Arlink digital reward. If you really want to maximize the rate at which you earn Arlink rewards, you can purchase the Arlink Node software and become one of the community members running the blockchain. Once this is installed, you'll contribute a fraction of your computer's power to run the Rally blockchain, which is what makes this incredible service available to the public without needing a company at the top to run it all. In return, you'll receive a daily share in the R-Link digital rewards distribution at a rate orders of magnitude higher than just using and sharing the platform. So, you missed out on Facebook. You missed out on Amazon and ChatGPT. Don't miss out on R-Link. Help disrupt the way the world communicates for the better.
So if you're sitting here going, okay, I like this platform, looks great, very crisp video, probably more crisp than Zoom. It's cheaper, it costs less, it's easier to present, it's more convenient. And what's cool about blockchain, it's owned by the user base. There is no corporation, there is no company that owns it. What we're starting to see is this shift into Web 3.0. And why that's happening is if you look at Web 2.0, it's really centralized control. And what I mean by that is it's really run by corporations. I think as humans, we've unfortunately probably conceded to the fact that Mark Zuckerberg has been listening to me this whole time. And I know, Jeff Bezos, Google, whoever it is, Zoom got caught like 8 months ago sharing everyone's data with their AI. And it kind of blew up in their face and we won't do that. But it's like, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, if you shared my data with AI, I don't think AI forgets anything ever. I think it's got my data, like it's there. And the problem really is people that were upset, there was no alternative for them. Like if you're upset, but you use video conferencing and you're upset with Zoom for doing that, what are you going to do? You go to Google, you go to Microsoft Teams, whatever it's like, Google Meet. Google and Microsoft are better at mining data than Zoom could ever dream of being. And so how do you find that solution? And what Web 3.0 is doing is it's creating a decentralized control versus a corporate centralized control. And what I mean by that is this platform that we're on right now, there is no owner. There is no corporation that runs this platform. All of us that are users are the owners. All of us that are node owners that are helping to run the network and the blockchain are the owners. All the coin holders are the owners. We have voting rights. We can vote, which the community did vote, to control all of our own data. So the community said, hey, if you're a paid user, your data is your data. And eventually they're going to be able to basically vote to turn on the ability for you, if you choose to monetize your data. Imagine sharing your data because, hey, I want insurance companies to advertise to me. I'm looking at new health insurance. So I want to share some data and I want them to advertise to me for the next 48 hours. But I want to earn at least $10 per advertiser. Imagine being able to choose to monetize your data because right now, that is not how it works. Mark Zuckerberg is making billions of dollars off of our data, off of our content, off of our networks. Jeff Bezos, Sergey Brin at Google, Uber, all these big, huge corporations are monetizing our information. And what Web3 is doing is saying, listen, you don't have to keep doing it that way. And I just felt like if all humans were given a choice to either A, have Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos continue to spy on him and make billions of dollars, or B, no one spies on them and they can choose to make a few bucks if they want to share their data. I felt like every human on the planet, if given that choice, we would all choose to control our data and all choose to have the potential option to monetize our data. I don't mind targeted advertising. I like to get ads for pickleball stuff and watches and things that I'm excited about. That's better than getting high heels and dresses for me, like I'm not interested in that stuff. And so for me, I don't mind that. What I mind is Bezos and these guys and Zuckerberg making billions of dollars without my permission. I guess, their privacy policy, the 8 million pages that you have to read through, it's in there saying that they can do that. But it's like, man, I don't want to have to deal with that stuff. I don't want to have to go through and worry about, oh man, like I never searched for, flights to London, but all of a sudden, I was talking about flying to London and all these flights are coming up on my Facebook feed, on my Google, ads, all this stuff. It's like, I think all of us, if given the choice, we would choose to control our data. And that's the technological side of blockchain. We're cheaper, we're better priced than Zoom. We're much better and more convenient when converting and presenting. And technologically, you own your data and you can control your data and monetize your data. And the other thing technologically, because we're on blockchain, you actually earn rewards, digital rewards, cryptocurrency, just for using the platform. And you can earn more digital rewards for sharing the platform with others. Zoom is never going to pay you or share ownership with you. Neither is Google, neither is Microsoft. And so it's the first time in my life as an entrepreneur where I'm positioning myself as a disruptor. And not only that, I'm favored to win. This is my first time as an entrepreneur where we're beating them on price, we're beating them on convenience, and we're beating them on technology. And we're beating them on all three pretty handily. I don't know how we don't smash these guys. There's no loyalty in this industry at all, except for us. Imagine like you start getting rewarded for using this platform. Wouldn't you use this one over Zoom? Imagine you own your data and can make money monetizing it. Wouldn't you use this platform over Zoom? That's what I started doing. And it's funny, I realized real quick that nobody cares. Nobody's loyal. Like I'd have people send me meetings like, hey, here's my Zoom link. Here's my Google Meet. Here's our Microsoft Teams, lawyers, whatever. And I would say, hey, I have a decentralized platform where we control our own data. Each user owns their own data versus some of the other ones where your data is just kind of out there. Let's use this platform instead. 100 out of 100 times, pretty much, they're like, sure. Like they don't care. Whatever link you send me, I'll click on. Like, sounds good to me. You know, it's better than Zoom, it's better than Teams, better. But what's cool is not only did they not care, they just click. They're like, yeah, I'll get on your link, no problem. They almost always update the meeting calendar, and they change their Zoom link into mine, or their Google Meet into mine, or their Teams into mine. And now we're on our link. And almost every single one of them, when they get on, they're like, this platform's great. And I start showing them some of the widgets and the ability to share video and stuff. They're like, I got to use this, you know, and it's way better pricing. It's like, yeah. So it's literally their Blockbuster and we're Netflix. Like we're positioned to absolutely bludgeon these guys. And what's amazing, I think, for us as entrepreneurs is we can participate in that bludgeoning. We can participate in that disruption, so to speak.